That's something that's really important. I've gone to hundreds of schools across the United States, and the number one thing that they tell me, they say, Jared, we need you to talk to these kids about respect. Like, they don't really respect each other. They don't get along. They don't respect adults. They don't respect each other. They don't respect themselves. So I started to think about it for a while. I went back and I looked at the definition of respect. I was like, well, let's see what it means to respect somebody. It means to admire somebody for their qualities, their characteristics, their achievements, for who they are. So in other words, you would have to know somebody to respect somebody. So then it made sense to me why every time I get up on stage, everybody looking at me like, who is this guy? But then I tell my story and everybody's like, okay, I kind of relate to that, I relate to that, I relate to that. And they start to build some respect. But sometimes there's like a group of kids that no matter how much you say, no matter how long you pour into them, these kids will not stop talking. They'll never give you a chance. So I thought about it for a while. I was like, why do these kids not have respect? And I thought, oh, maybe let me ask them, who they are. Let's see if they know who they are, because you'd have to know somebody to respect somebody. So maybe they don't know themselves, so they don't respect themselves. That means they don't have any respect to give, because you can't give something that you don't have, right? It's like, oh, maybe they don't have self-respect. So I've started asking kids, hundreds of kids across the United States, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? They have no clue. Kids, 17, 18 years old, hey, are you going to go to college? I don't know. Well, what do you want to be? Are you going to move? Are you going to stay home? I don't know. So I was like, that's weird. These kids don't know themselves. Well, why don't they know themselves? So then I started doing this at programs. I had kids pull out their phones, check their screen time. When I tell you that the average hours spent on social media is 9 hours. I had a girl one time say, that's nothing, I got 14. I don't even know how she did it. I guess she just lived like this. I don't know. She lived through the FaceTime. I don't know. She was doing it though. That's average. That means some days it's more, right? Some days it's less. So then it hit me. It was like, okay, well, these kids, they spend, 9 hours. We take 9 hours as an average. If you did that every day for the rest of your life, that'd be 10, 20, 30, 40% of your life watching somebody else live their life. So focused on everybody else, how in the world are you going to get to know yourself? I was like, that's it. The kids are losing their identity through this device. Now, I just won a lot of brownie points with the parents. The parents are like, yeah, heck yeah. And the kids are like, you're a social media hater? Okay, calm down. I use social media every single day. Don't get me wrong. I don't believe it's positive, and I don't believe it's negative. I believe it's powerful. And it's up to you and how you use it. To give you an example, I went to a school in Oregon. There was a little boy in the front row. He had 7, 8 hours average on his phone. So I said, hey man, let's just go look through your Explore page real quick, because he was what I call an I can't kid. Every single thing that we suggested to him, he said, I can't. It's like, well man, maybe you could just do this. He's like, nah, I can't. I said, I'll help you. Maybe we could do this. We do positive affirmations. We could do meditation. We get to know ourselves. Maybe you could go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week. I gave him all types of advice, right? I can't. So I said, let's look at your Explore page. We went through the Explore page. You know what the Explore page is on your phone, on Instagram and stuff? It's whatever you engage with. The Explore page is what they think you like. So they take note of what you're clicking on, and they're like, okay, they like this, they like that, this, and that's how they run ads. This is how social media makes money. You want to know what the product is on social media? It is you, okay? They sell your information to other companies so that way they can run better ads and target you. So when you click on something, they're like, okay, they like that. Let's send them more things just like that. But what happens when you're clicking on fear and negativity? This social media starts to feed you fear and negativity. And let me tell you, whatever you click on and consume will eventually consume you. So I got on this kid's Explore page, and that was all I saw. Everything was negative, everything. So on social media, when you click on negative things, they put you in these things called echo chambers. It's basically whatever you click on, they put you in a community of people that share the same type of content that you do. So if it's negativity, now you're in a negative community of negative people sharing negative things. What type of person do you think you're going to be? Absolutely. And it happened to him. The way it happens on social media is the same way it happens in real life. You surround yourself by negative people, you become a negative person with a negative outlook on life. So of course I told him, I tried to point it out. I'm like, look man, look at all this negativity. We could just shift our perspective. We could start engaging with positive posts, positive pictures. And he said, man, there's nothing positive on the internet. So I said, create it. Every single one of you in this room right now, you're a creator. We live in a time with a picture, post, tweet, or a TikTok, you can reach millions of people across the world. Don't tell me you're not a creator. Same thing in real life. You know that you're impacting the people around you. Let's relate this back to real life here. Your community, you and your teammates, your community in this town, at school, you're a community, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, you're impacting the people around you. You're influencing the people around you. Influences aren't just on TikTok. Even your absence influences people. You're always making an impact. It's actually just up to you if the impact's positive or negative. It can be good, it can be bad, but it's happening every single day. A leader is someone who decides to be the difference in somebody's life instead of being the problem in somebody's life. That's it. It's a decision. It's a literal decision to make a difference in somebody's life. It's a choice to change someone's life. And it's a choice to change your own life. Matter of fact, I meet kids by the thousands every year that desperately want change, but then they just won't change because it requires action. It means they would have to actually change something. I mean, we could literally sit here and talk for 45 minutes about change, talk about taking action. You go home, take no action, change nothing, nothing would change. It's up to you. It takes a few seconds to start a chain reaction of compassion and start a change in your community. Same thing when you do online, when you're clicking on that positive post, the algorithm takes note of it. It sends you more positivity, puts you in a positive community of positive people. Every time I look at my phone, I feel inspired, bro. I'm following all my speaker friends. Every time I feel down, I look at my phone. Everybody else gets trapped in negativity. I look at my phone, it inspires me to get off the couch, get off my phone, and go create that life for myself. You could use it. Change your algorithm, change your life, change your brain, change your thought patterns. You could change your life. If you took a few seconds out of your day to make somebody else's day, and you did it every single day, you change the environment.